Selling Sunset is back for season 9. I've only watched one episode so far and things are already a mess. Let's get into it. Hey y'all, it's Nate. Welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. This video will contain spoilers for Selling Sunset season 9 episode 1. Only episode 1. So if you haven't seen it yet and you do not want spoilers, save this video and come back after you do. You are about to hear my thoughts on episode 1, but of course I want to hear yours. So feel free to drop a comment below if you do want to participate in the conversation and give this video a like and a hype before you go. Y'all, our girls Amber and Jason are back. I am so excited. Y'all know I am a long-time viewer of this show. And when I say long time, I mean I have literally been watching it since season 1. And so I can't even believe that we are 9 seasons in. Now, I unfortunately read a couple of Instagram comments and I saw something about the fact that this is the last season. Don't bring that negativity over here. I don't want to hear nothing. I want this to go to season 105. And then they can think about ending it. As a Los Angeles native, I just really enjoy looking at these houses that are not only outside of my price range, but I wouldn't be able to look at otherwise. I also still believe that they need to bring Christine back, but that's another topic for another video. Before I get into episode 1, just a few things. This first video is obviously only on episode 1, but moving forward, my commentary is going to come out in batches of 3s, 2 through 4, 5 through 7, and then 8 through 10. And then we're going to watch the reunion together as we always do on Discord. So if you haven't joined my Discord server, make sure you do that now just so you can kind of navigate it. We always watch the reunion together at the end just so we can chat while it's happening. Finally, if you like this, you probably also watch Selling the OC. I'm also going to be covering that. That comes out in November. So join me for that as well. And I think I'm also going to do a recap for that one too. So as I had expected, we're going to get a lot of Nicole this season just because no one in the office likes her. And I'll get into that, but this episode in particular focused a lot on Nicole and that rumor that I can officially say is a rumor now that she spread about Emma. Here's the thing. In the past, I have defended Nicole because I do feel like the ladies in the office gang up on her or otherwise ostracize her from the goings on of the office. And I think there's no better example than everybody playing around with Amanda's piano purse while Nicole was trying to give her rundown for the day during the office meeting.
Zeus have taken up piano. Wow. Another upcoming listing in Malibu is still looking.
And I love Chriselle down. I mention this every single season. Chriselle is probably my favorite person outside of Chelsea because, you know, I'm room for everybody black. But I love Chriselle. I think she is so deserving. She had a really rough life. She deserves everything good that comes to her. But she is the ringleader, and as a Chriselle fan, I found out last season that some of y'all cannot admit, because y'all love Chriselle so much, y'all can't admit when she does wrong. I'm not of that belief. Chriselle is definitely the ringleader. She incites a lot of the drama in particular when it comes to Nicole. I'll say that. She's not like a pot stirrer. That was a word that came up last season. She's not a pot stirrer in the sense that she's going to cause drama with anyone. Well, when it comes to Nicole, and I said this about Chriselle, once Chriselle does not like you, she's locking the hell in, and you're going to know. It is pedal to the metal. Every time she sees you, it's going to be shot. You know, it's like you know when she doesn't like you. And so when it comes to that, I do say Chriselle tends to be the ringleader. I mentioned this in my season 8 recap, but for several seasons now, Chriselle has been very emphatically saying that Nicole is on drugs. Nicole has been denying it. Chriselle keeps saying it. And so stuff like that is like, you know, you kind of like you poking the bear at this point. But Mary is often the office mom in the sense that she tries to be the peacemaker. She tries to keep everything going on smooth because she's been at the O group the longest. She used to date, at this point everybody dated Jason, but she dated Jason. She knows them intimately because she was the first one there. Like, she just has that groundwork kind of relationship with them. And so she tries to keep the peace in the office because this is the only home she's known probably for like the last 20 years. She doesn't want to see the drama because she was here before reality TV. She was here before the cameras. She was here before all that drama started being a regular occurrence, I would say. And so she tries to keep the peace most of the time. So if Mary is saying that Nicole made up that Emma was trying to mess with this married man, then I'm inclined to believe her.
I am not exactly on speaking terms with Nicole because the story that Nicole told about Emma and like this whole married man thing, it is just incorrect.
From everything I know right now, Nicole did lie about it. And she refuses to take accountability. And so this is where I just can't defend her anymore. She had a sit down with Emma claiming that she wanted to settle it, but she actually showed up ready to settle nothing and keep defending her point. And on top of that, I'm really sitting here thinking like, how the hell do you settle the fact that you said she was a homewrecker? Like you can't walk that back.
I'm gonna do everything I can to at least settle this dust with Emma. And I hope that she can Also give me the opportunity to explain how this all came about and maybe for her to understand that this wasn't, you know, a malicious intent on my part.
Nicole not only got the information, but she repeated the information on cam at least twice that I can remember. And so how could that not be malicious? By definition, yeah, you did that on purpose. We would have never known had Nicole not said anything, because the conversation that she did have with this person about it was on cam, but we never saw it. It was not seen by anybody. We only ever seen it this season. And then for us to find out that the person Nicole heard it from is actually Brett and Jason's first cousin, is actually crazy. Because now I feel like you got the company wrapped up in this and you're doing too much. I love that this show is entertaining, but at the end of the day, these people have realized when these cameras are gone, when this season is over, when this filming is done, and they have to go back to selling real estate, and they gotta go back to making money. Why would you, knowing that that's their first cousin, be like, yeah, she the one who told me? They're always loosely caught up in this drama because it's their realtors. But now you are directly bringing them saying, well, their cousin told me that. Their first cousin, who presumably they're close to, told me this out of her mouth. Why would you do that to these two men who have stuck out their necks for you and given you so much? I just don't understand why she would do that. Nicole needs to tighten up. And Jennifer, the cousin, from what we saw, didn't even say. She said, well, the man's wife felt away because he has kids and a wife, and I guess Emma took a jet with him.
I just feel like Emma is not as nice as she seems, and she's hypocritical. I like to associate myself with people that, I don't know, have a good moral compass.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna hop on a plane with someone's spouse when they have kids.
But if we're being real, Emma is the real moneymaker here. I also don't think that she needs the O group. She has her empanada business. Emma flies private jets all the time. We've seen her do it before. So the private jet life is not anything that Emma is not accustomed to. So I don't even know why y'all acting like that's a big deal. Like, I mean, I get why the wife is acting like that's a big deal, but you know what I mean? It's like, that's all that Jennifer said. She didn't say anything else, and Nicole took that and ran with it, because why would you be in a private jet with this man? But like, my thing is, private jets is just how you travel. Then that's just how you travel. It doesn't make it, it doesn't seem as suspicious to me. For the wife, yes, but for Nicole, I don't know what she was thinking. And she also said that Emma never crossed any lines. Now, we did find out during the conversation with Nicole and Emma that the man tried to cross the line, and Emma was like, I don't get down like that.
This guy reached out to me to look at properties and to invest in my company. I said, no, I don't want the investment, and I said I would help him find properties. That was it. When I saw that he wanted more than that, I made my boundaries very clear.
And so, again, full story was not gathered. Nicole ran with it when she shouldn't have. And the thing is, Nicole is really trying to stand 10 toes down on the fact that she's not the one who made the statement.
They were gonna apologize.
There is
to me.
someone
That was the only reason that I came
actually
here.
responsible for bringing this.
So you're blaming her right now, and that's fine. Put the blame on her. But you created this.
But you are the one who spread it. You're the one who brought it to Cam. You're the one who went talking about it, you know, when they were at Pioneer Town. You talked about it in the confessional. You brought it up to Bree at the end of the season. And you knew that production did not tell Emma. And so you might not have been the one to originate the statement, but you did facilitate in its spreading and becoming public knowledge. Whether you concocted it or not, you are the reason that that private conversation became a rumor. I do wonder, though. I mean, obviously this is reality TV and some things are embellished, but the words that they say have very real consequences. And so I just wonder mentally how Nicole walks into that office every single day when the cameras are not there, when it's not like, I gotta talk to production, knowing that almost everyone in that office can't stand her. They not only can they not stand her, like I said, they actively ostracize her. How does she show up mentally every single day and continue to do real estate, being surrounded by, you know, enemies instead of peers? I'm sure that is incredibly mentally draining. Chriselle referred to this girl as cancer personified.
She's like an actual, like if cancer was a human being. Can I say that? Is that too harsh?
I don't know, but it's kind of accurate.
You gotta hate somebody. And Chriselle has said that she hates her before. Chriselle's actually the only one to say, yeah, I actually hate her. If I'm not misquoting her, I'm pretty sure if it wasn't last season, it was a couple of seasons ago, she said, yeah, I hate Nicole. I can admit that. I don't hate a lot of people, but I hate her. I think she said that. So, like I said, Chriselle not backing down ever. But in this situation, I think this was 100% avoidable. Nicole had that little apology, which I don't think was real on Chriselle's part, but that apology with Chriselle last season, and she should have just let it ride. Bringing this up in Pioneer Town, and again, twice, like I said, was stupid on her part because she knew it was going to get back to Emma, regardless of if it was told to her that season or not. So why would you purposely put yourself in drama? I can't think of even if that was production led, Nicole still had to say it. Why would you set yourself up for failure like that? I don't get it. And I do think that Nicole needs to take responsibility for the part that she played, and honestly, be prepared to not receive forgiveness from Emma, because this rumor is detrimental to Emma's reputation. Even if it is just a rumor, people are still gonna, y'all know how people are with rumors. Oh, she said it wasn't true, but I still hurt. You know, that doesn't go. She doesn't. That stain is forever on her, on Emma. And so Nicole was dead wrong for that. I can't stand up for her. Like I said, I have come to her rescue before because I feel like she's been a target. But girl, you on your own with this situation. Honestly, I don't have too much on the other ladies because this is just one episode and it was heavily focused for me on that Nicole situation. But can I just say I am loving thick Chelsea, and y'all know usually I wouldn't comment on somebody's weight or whatever. But I'm only bringing it up because Chelsea looks good as hell and she knows she does. And also I had an interaction with her on Instagram about how it definitely is a thick girl summer, and so ooh, she looking real good. I love this look on her. Sorry to your ex and shout out to your next. Next up we have Alana. Like I said, I kind of forgot about her only because she's new, not because she's like, you know, forgettable or something, but because she's new. So glad to see her and Brett were able to get that house fixed. It's up and ready, so I'm excited to see that. Like I said, I love that side of this show. As for Brie, I love this handprint outfit, and judging by the preview, she gonna be coming with the looks all season, from the clothes to the hair, so I'm excited to see that. I also did not realize that Brie was such a baddie that she had an assistant.
I was unsure of my outfit when I left the house, so I had to call my assistant and have him bring me another option. Can you take this off?
Do all of the ladies have assistants? Because that's kind of crazy. Now, the guys were having a conversation during that team meeting in the office about how the real estate market is looking right now. And I forget if it was Jason or Brett who said it, but they said they're at a 35-year low, which is not surprising to me. The economy is in shambles, okay? Shambles. But I guess when you have 21 million to blow on a house, the economy doesn't really impact you, I guess, unless you have like stocks and bonds, which I don't even know what a bond is. I know what stocks are, but I don't know what a bond is if anybody knows. And so like when you have 21 million to drop on a house, does the economy being in shambles really have anything to do with you, or is that somebody else's business? One thing that I did think was kind of funny though is that Jason is looking for every possible out of this mansion tax.
You got to be selling in Malibu outside the mansion tax, or doing leases, you know, until people are ready to sell.
Which, if you don't remember the mansion tax, I think it's from a couple of seasons ago actually, but it's this mandate that LA passed that imposes a 4% tax on houses that are over 5 million and a 5.5% tax on houses that are 10 million and above. And that tax is to be paid by the seller. And so anyone trying to sell a house for 5 million plus is coming in with a hefty tax on that. And I think I read a little bit about it, so don't quote me on this, but I think the idea of that tax was like, we're gonna take that extra tax and use that to help the unhoused. I'm here to tell y'all the unhoused are still unhoused. So I don't know what they're doing with that money, but somebody is pocketing. I shouldn't say that. I don't know what's happening with the money. Either that or people are coming in, people get strategic. Look, people are coming in just under that 5. If you sell your house for $499, you know, if it's based on that base price, then technically that's not a $5 million house. And so Jason was saying, look, we need to get some more property in Malibu because that's outside of LA County, so they can sell there and they don't have to do the tax. On that same note, y'all know that the main reason I started watching this series is for the houses. I love the houses. I just love looking at these houses. They're just so beautiful. And so I'm always going to find some time to mention the houses outside of the drama so that we can ground ourselves and remember what we're really here for. That first house that we saw, that $21 million one, 10,000 square feet of living space. I see an apartment that's listed for $1,500 and I go, wow, what am I going to do with 1,500 square feet? If I had 10,000 square footage of living space, I wouldn't even have y'all would never see me. You would never see me. Ever. I'd be gone. I would be getting lost in my house every single day, please. And some of y'all know that I have 2 things that I envision for my dream house. One is to have a closet with like mirrors and glass doors with an island in the middle because I think that's just so classy and pretty. And the second is his and her bathrooms with the closet in the middle.
My gosh, wait. We have his and her bathroom.
Oh,
This is my dream house.
God, I thought there was one. There's 2.
Everyone needs one of these.
I think that is the best thing since sliced bread. Y'all don't gotta share counter space. Well, what's counter space when it's a $21 million house? But y'all don't gotta share counter space. You can have your side of the bathroom, you can have his, but they're still connected and y'all can meet in the closet. I think beautiful, gorgeous. Whoever came up with that concept, love it. Then there's also this house that Brie looked at with her friend who she's gonna co-list with. Indoor outdoor shower.
This door fully pockets into the wall, so you can kind of take like an indoor outdoor type of shower. You can walk outside.
Man, the rich are just living so luxurious. Absolutely beautiful. You know something that I think about actually? How is it that they always have someone ready to buy? Every single time they meet with someone or Jason or Brett's like, we have this house, they're like, oh yeah, I'll call up my buyers. And it's like, how do you always have someone ready to buy a house? You have to think that the list of people that are ready to drop, let's just say 6+. 6+ mil on a house, especially if you get into 10, 20 million, that list has to be pretty short. So how is it that they're always ready to buy? People I know, and look, I realize that I'm but a mere peasant. I'm a mere common folk. People that I know are lucky if they buy one house in their lifetime, let alone multiple all the time. Maybe the list isn't as short as I'm thinking. Maybe there are more rich people than I think, but like, y'all always got somebody ready to buy? Y'all always got people coming through for open houses? I don't know. I don't get it. If somebody get it, please explain to me. I understand that revolving door if you're selling regular real estate. For example, if you're selling, you know, $300,000 houses, yeah, okay. Every year you could potentially have someone buying their first home with the loan that they got for that. But every year you got somebody ready to put 5 mil down? Nah, I just can't see it. But that is all I have for episode 1. Tomorrow we're going to talk about episodes 2 through 4. Be out on the lookout for that commentary. And until then, I'll see y'all later. Bye! You're taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down. Emma Fries, like, what you doing? Are lucky if they buy one house in their lifeline.
This is not a test. This is not a test.